this is non sequiturs, this doesn't lead me to wonder, why was Squirrel Nutkin such a lying bastard?
I should know this because I've been to the Beatrix Potter Museum.
Have you? So where's it, in the Lake District somewhere?
Yes. It's quite good. If you like Beatrix Potter, it's amazing.
Yeah. So we've been talking about lying, we've been talking about faking orgasms.
Is it to do with colour, is it?
Is it because he was ginger?
Well, Squirrel Nutkin, as you rightly point out, was a red squirrel, but most other squirrels tend to pretend that they buried their food to trick potential thieves. They dig a hole, they pretend to put a nut inside and cover it up very quickly. All the time, the nut is actually still in their mouth. And then they also recache, so they bury nuts and then they return to them soon afterwards, dig them up and bury them somewhere else. They sometimes do this 5 times with the same stash. But they did a study in 2008, almost a quarter of all squirrel burials of food at some sites, not of each other, were faked.
It's too late, you said squirrel burials. And they're gorgeous, but they're like...
Yeah.
They're mainly unmarked, but you do see little headstones occasionally.
But here's the thing, there has been a debate since at least 1884, and it rages on, whether squirrels remember where they hide their nuts or whether they just hide as many as they can and then return to a likely place.
Define rages.
Well, there have been studies since 1881. There was one in 1991, a study done at Princeton.
Two.
So they don't have a conclusion.
No, the thing is, it
all this
rages
time.
on. It rages on. There was a fantastic story about a squirrel in 2015. A squirrel got locked into the bar of Honeybourne Railway Club in Worcestershire for the day, OK? It got drunk and caused £300 worth of damage. So the club secretary, a guy called Sam Boulter, he said that all he could find was broken glass and bottles knocked off shelves. There was beer all over the floor, there was money and straws scattered everywhere, and he found the culprit hiding behind a box of crisps, looking, he said, unsteady and worse for wear. Who gets your vote for the most unpopular person in the history of the United Kingdom?
Oh. Is it the Gokenpaga?
We're going back a bit.
Serial killer,
Unpopular
politician, former editor of Daily Mirror. Is it an actual person?
It is an actual person.
Actual person.
We're going back to Victorian times.
Victorian times.
So it's a public health reformer. People just didn't want it. It's a man called Edwin Chadwick, and according to his biographer, he was notable for being the most unpopular...
Oh, creepy. Look at that,
yeah.
creepy.
Wow. It is a bit creepy.
I'm sorry.
Well,
He'd stand too near to you and lick his lips, wouldn't
Yeah.
he? Absolutely.
How did they hold the mirror up after that haircut? And he said, yeah, that's... yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like that, yeah.
Bit more pointy here.
How have you got all my hair on the back? How have you done...
Do you think when he had it cut, he had his head tipped
must have
forward like that?
He's fallen asleep. Just cut it anyway.
It's like Bill Bailey a little bit.
Yes,
It's called Edwin Chadwick, and notable for being the most unpopular single individual in the whole of the United Kingdom.
Wow.
He was a promoter of health and safety measures and so on. But there's a wonderful quote by one of his friends. It says, "It's one of the few unquestioned privileges of old age to be a bore, and this great man had, I fear, discounted too early, too freely and too heavily of this privilege. One reason was that he babbled too much, not of green fields, but of sewage. He was obsessed with sewage. And he tried to restrict the sale of alcohol. I mean, there was lots of things about him that nobody liked at all. But he did lots of good. He tried to get spelling expunged from the school curriculum.
Right.
That's quite unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But he basically dragged the British sanitary service from the sort of dark ages of the Victorian times into the modern light. Who has been unpopular in our lifetime?
Wow.
I don't know where to begin.
I reckon every single man called Jeremy.
Well, it's interesting that you should say that, because Jeremy Beadle... You probably don't remember Jeremy Beadle. There was a poll in 1991, and Jeremy Beadle came second, only to Saddam Hussein.
I can't believe
Yeah.
No! Why? Am I right?
Yes, my darling.
Yeah.
Yes. nice guy, Jeremy Beadle. I worked with him
Yeah.
on a couple of occasions. He was lovely, but apparently the public did not agree. He did a lot of those sort of practical joke.
Game for a
Thanks.
laugh.
Game for a laugh,
You
game for a
game
laugh.
for a laugh. We've kidnapped your child. Game for a laugh.
Can anybody guess who's the least popular US president in the last 100 years?
Well, not JFK. He was popular.
He was beloved. So Donald Trump's levels of approval bottomed out at about 34%.
Oh, was Nixon less popular?
It was Truman, actually. Truman was the least popular. He had 22% by the time he
Wow.
kind of got to the bottom there. It was the Korean War that scuppered him.
That'll
was
do
a
it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Does anybody know who do the French like even less than Adolf Hitler?
Nope.
I'm going to go to the 1982 World Cup.
Oh, Schumacher, the goalkeeper.
So what happened?
He ran out and clattered one of the French forwards, nearly killed him. It was deliberate, and he wasn't even sent off. France were 3-1 up and ended up losing. It was terrible. See, he's deliberately missed the ball there. He could have got the ball, but he decided to try and kill that man on the left. He nearly did.
Patrick Battiston.
Battiston, that's
Yes,
him.
he broke 3 ribs, he knocked him out.
He absolutely poleaxed him.
Yeah.
It was really shocking. And then wasn't even booked.
Didn't say sorry and wasn't sent off.
Yeah.
No, it was one of the most extraordinary things. He says, I didn't go over and see if he was all right because there were a lot of French people doing that.
But are you so romantic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it looks like he's going in for a hole.
Voted most unpopular person ever in a French newspaper poll. Second was Hitler. If you want to be popular, avoid talking about sewage or running into Frenchmen. Nothing unites people like a shared hobby. So, how could we while away an hour or two with a grasshopper and a paintbrush?
Does this have something to do with kung fu?
No.
No.
Why?
Well, it's like, you know, the old kung fu movies.
Oh, when there's somebody called Grasshopper?
Yeah, they always had the dude with, like, the weird guy with the long white... No offense, brother. With the long white...
Sorry, with the what?
There was always, like, a weird guy with long white hair, that sadistic teacher, and he would call Grasshopper.
Yeah, I suddenly see you in a very different way.
Yeah. He used to have ping-pong balls in his eyes.
We did a sketch with that with 50p's once. We put 50p's in our eyes and did exactly that. Grasshopper.
And I'm guessing that sketch is now unavailable.
It is. It's no longer being
Aired.
aired. Yeah. Because the 50p's no longer legal tender. So,
Grasshopper and a paintbrush.
is it like you get 2 hedgehogs and you paint them green, and the grasshopper thinks it's a mobile lawn, and
Very, very good idea.
I'm just thinking out of the box
Probably
here.
that.
You paint the grasshopper.
No, just using the brush to just tickle the grasshopper. What might happen to the grasshopper?
It vomits its own lungs out.
Do they race them?
No, you make locusts. So locusts are not born, they are made. They are migratory grasshoppers that enter a swarm mode. If enough of them gather together and rub against each other, OK? They change colour, they grow stronger, and eventually they become what's called gregarious locusts. And you can do this yourself. You can turn a grasshopper into a locust just by tickling them.
Why would you want to do that?
So you do it in a lab, take you a few hours. So in 2009, scientists at Oxford University, they were tickling grasshoppers with paintbrushes. And
They got a grant, you know.
Yes.
So many scientists are wrong-uns, you know. Like, how... what was my man doing when he discovered? Like, did he just trap one of them? Like,
How many things had he previously tickled with his brush?
I guess if you think how dangerous locusts are and the trouble, the devastation that they can cause...
A biblical plague.
Yes, but we need to know how does it come about. What is it that happens in order to create locusts?
Why? How would you find that out? By tickling it with a paintbrush? It wasn't that.
It was an art school field trip that went terribly wrong.
They brush them for 5 seconds every minute for about 4 hours. And what it does is it triples the amount of serotonin in the grasshopper.
The pleasure chemical.
Yeah. So if you know that it's the serotonin, maybe you could do something to not allow the serotonin to rise.
It's weird, because my childhood keeps appearing on the screen.
Yes.
So... Because like during the raining season, we only have 2 seasons, just rain and no rain.
Yes.
So during the rainy season, we would actually catch locusts,
Right.
and salt them, fry them, and eat them. After it rained, there'd be loads of them, so you just
I
walk out
have
with a
eaten them in Lagos, and it doesn't matter to me how well you cook them, they crawl down your throat.
Oh, come on.
Do you like them? I can't stand them.
I mean, they're not my preferred choice of protein. A man of my dimensions needs something a bit more, you know.
Yeah. You want to swarm a locust.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If I was there, the Egyptians would have been all right. But it's funny because, you know, they're a biblical omen of bad times, but in Nigeria, we take omens like you should, with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
Thank you. What uses the most land in the United Kingdom?
Good one. Could be another game. Let's try some.
Oh.
Golf.
Is it horse racing?
Horse racing. Horse racing just goes round and round in a circle. You could do it in here. I don't think it takes up. I don't think
Cricket. Cricket up there. Yeah. What about outdoor swimming? And that's the whole ocean.
Wow, that's
not there.
Pigeon racing.
Pigeon racing should be the one, and we never thought of it. So golf does take up quite a lot of space, 1,200 square kilometres of golf, which is basically the size of Berkshire.
It
Sport. It's not football, no. Football...
It doesn't matter if you say it quietly. It's still got the same volume pattern.
Football's about the same total area as golf, so you've got 45,000 public football pitches, but if every school, say, has 2 pitches, you can probably treble that, but it's still going to be the same amount as golf.
Mini golf. Because it's on every city.
I love mini golf. It's one of my favourite things in the world.
Can we go to mini golf?
Absolutely.
Because for me and you, that's like normal golf.
Cycling. What about cycling?
The sport we're talking about is grouse shooting. It takes up well over 10 times the amount of space that golf takes up. It's about 80% of the North Yorkshire moors and the Pennine Special Protection Areas and 1/10 of the entire area of Scotland.
Wow.
It is incredible. Now, people who are in favour of it say that the landowners who look after the grouse moors, they look after predator control, they do tree planting, heather burning to create new growth, pond creation and so on, and that kind of heather moorland, honestly, it's rarer than rainforest, so it's very good. Now, some environmentalists like Chris Packham and other sort of anti-grouse activists will say that an unnatural number of grouse are bred at the expense of other birds. And what's happening is the illegal killing of birds like peregrines and buzzards and red kites and so on, who would otherwise prey on the game birds. But it is grouse shooting.
Well, I never.
Plummet straight into our first topic, which is free-fall parachuting. We've got some film for you. Pay close attention. So what happens next? That's the question. He's about to pull the ripcord, and what will happen?
That area around my groin, it went sort of a yellow colour.
Alan, I can understand doing one exciting thing at a time, but why do free-falling and sodomy at the same time? It seems, you know, why not just do one and then the other?
It was such a reasonable price.
Was it literally all in? But, in fact, what is the thing that happens after the ripcord is pulled?
I did a parachute jump.
I know. Well, you did a static one, didn't you,
I did a
believe?
static line one. I just want to put this in so that you know I'm a woman of some substance. Yeah, I did one on my own where the bloke hits you on the shoulder and says, go! And as you go, the string becomes taut and pulls off the bag and the parachute opens.
That's very much...
This is what you hope happens.
And did it?
Yes.
God. But I
believe
believe that you, as it happens, obviously, like Alan, felt some erotic feelings towards your instructor, is that correct?
I did. I took a shine to the instructor. I think that's why I jumped out the aircraft, really, because I wanted to impress him.
I often do that. If I like a woman, I jump out the window. Just to show my really. Are you impressed? Yeah. I dig chicks in flats.
No, what, of course, we wanted you to say, which you're not stupid enough to say, but I have to confess, this is really because I, as a child, was convinced. Because every time I'd seen a parachute...
that you shoot upwards?
Yeah, that when you open the parachute, the guy goes upwards. And, of course, I subsequently learned that it's because the cameraman who's showing it is still in free fall, so relative to him, it looks as if you're going up. Look, we can see it.
There it goes. Look.
It looks so much as if you're just shooting upwards.
It's the most lovely feeling when the canopy opens, because you can see everything, and you've got your toggles, and you can gently steer your way.
Also, you know you're not going to die.
Yeah.
That was a key moment for me. The euphoria when it opens.
How high up? How high up were you, if I can ask?
12,000 feet.
12,000? That's pretty high. I mean, that's what?
Yeah,
that's
45 seconds
2.5
of
miles.
free fall.
Do you want to know what the world record is? Do you know, in fact? Can you guess what the world record is?
Well, someone went nearly to space, didn't they, and jumped out?
Almost, yeah, which is, in fact, was 32,000 metres, which is something almost 18 miles up, something like that.
Don't you freeze or your eardrums go or something?
Well, I can imagine if you had flappy cuffs, it would be very noisy on the way down, because he actually went... He went as...
What was it, adamant?
With his
he went as a pirate.
He achieved...
I'm a dandy highwayman.